In this video, we are going to walk through putting an event in. So we are at the dashboard, and if you're not sure how to get here, you will want to watch the video how to log in. So from your dashboard, we are going to click on the red button here that says Add a New Content. And from here, we're going to click Event. Okay? And it comes up and says that choose a plan. There's only one plan for events. And with your Foodie Pro, you get events listed for free. If you are just a foodie and not a Foodie Pro with Foodie Finder, the events are $5 a month. So we're going to come down here and we're going to click Continue. And again, this is going to walk you down through the screens. And I'm going to use our dummy account, Tammy's Cafe, as having an event. And the event's going to be titled A Wine Tasting at Tammy's Cafe. And then the next option down, so that was the event title. Next option down is categories. So I'm going to come down and I'm going to select wineries, because we're going to have different wineries, and you can select up to 5 categories. This is a 21 and over event, and there's also going to be other drinks available. And it's also, let's put down that it's going to be a fundraiser. Okay, so then I'm going to click OK. Again, you can edit this information 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our summary description, join us for a fun evening of wine tasting. Wineries. Okay. Again, your summary description shows that before someone actually clicks into the event, where your description, you want to be much more detailed. That's going to show when someone's actually on the event itself. Okay. And this is where you would put maybe a list of the wineries. I'm just putting a short description for now, but again, I encourage you to be detailed. Again, in this description, you can bold, you can italics, you can underline, you can change the color of the fonts, you can change the font itself. So you have a lot of options in the description section. The keywords for search, I would do wine tasting for this. I would do wineries. I would also do the name. And you can do up to 10 keywords. Also, you can attach a Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter page to this event. Okay. The contact information. Who's the contact for the event? So in this case, I'm going to put Tammy down and use our dummy account. A phone number, a website address. Maybe they need to purchase tickets. The venue that it's going to be at, we're going to put Tammy's Cafe. The address, zip code, country, state. It's going to default United States for country, state. The event date. So let's put down that it's going to be on next coming weekend. And a start time. Let's just going to say it's going to start at 7:30 p.m. and it's going to go until 10:30 p.m. If this would be a recurring event, if you were going to offer this every month, you can select recurring event and it's going to give you options. Is it weekly? There's many options here for recurring event. Your SEO, of course, search engine optimization for this event. Your title is going to carry down from the top. Your page name, you do not need to worry about. Any SEO keywords, you can add additional keywords for search engine optimization, as well as an SEO description that is even different from the descriptions above. And then if we scroll to the top over on the right, you have the option to add an image for this event, as well as a video link. All you have to do to put the video link in is to actually put the YouTube URL or the YouTube website address where this video is. So let's show the photo gallery. So when you click on choose file, you can come up to my folder that I have for this, and let's pick this image here. And right here you can see that it is uploaded this image to go with this event. When you come down, when you're done with all of your information, you scroll to the bottom and you're going to click the red save button. When you click that button, it's going to take you back to your dashboard. And now you'll see down here, this is the event, and it says pending. Once one of the Foodie Finder team members approves the event, this will change to a green active button. But first, let's take a preview of what this is going to look like when it's live. And here, when it comes up on the page, you see that it lists the name of the event, the date. You can send a message. That's why it's very important to put good contact information. You can send a message to the person holding the event, the about, where it's going to be located. Here's the picture that we uploaded, and this is where your detailed description shows up here at the bottom. So very important to fill out all of the details about the event. So now we're going to go back to the dashboard, and here you will see the red line right here that has to do with the listing. This information that you see has to do with the Foodie Pro listing for Tammy's Cafe. When I click down here, you see the red line moves down here to the left side of this. This information here in the center has to do with what section we're on, and we're on the event. So it's saying your event is 60% complete. So you have other options you can do to get to 100% complete. The more information you have there, the more exposure you can get for your event. And then your traffic report or activity report will show over on the right. There is a separate video that goes into traffic reports and statistics, and you can watch that video for more information. But inside your dashboard, if you have multiple items listed on Foodie Finder, they are divided up by individual sections. So your listing information is when you have the red bar to the left. The information in the middle has to do with that. When you click back to the event, it changes your information.